Blues remain to compete for this. A popcorn maker that doesn't work all that well. But it's a replica of the Stanley Cup, and that's what they're competing for. We got the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the San Jose Sharks. A battle of former Leafs, of course, I have to bring that up. First, let's talk about the two teams we are saying goodbye to. First, the St. Louis Blues. The 2016 conference finals were a rough time for blue teams. I've had a rough life cheering for blue teams. And it sucks for them because they exercised so many demons it looked like this could be their year. They didn't get a whole lot of points for style, but they beat the Chicago Blackhawks in 7 games. They definitely didn't get a lot of points for style for beating the Dallas Stars, but in doing so, they make it to the conference finals, round 3. For the Blues, that's like Halley's Comet. And they were a strong Western Conference team that seems to always do well in the regular season, only to fall short in the playoffs, and they were an amazing story because of that. Unfortunately, they ran into another strong team that always seems to do well in the regular season and then fall short in the playoffs, the San Jose Sharks. Their goaltending, not as good. Their team, not as deep. Their beards, not as long. And ultimately, they fell in 6 games. But as I'm sure all of you have seen by now, that David Backes speech after Game 6, man, oh! God! You know how articulate and genuine and moving you have to be to make Steve Ott sound likable? But Blues fans, if it makes you feel any better, with a lot of teams when they get eliminated from the playoffs, you look at them and you kind of go, oh no, this had to be their year. Now look at their cap, look at everything, oh, they're screwed. You know what? They do have some expiring contracts and they do have some work to do, but they're young in parts, and oh, that defense. It's locked up, it's young, it's affordable, it's everything you want. To the point where if you decide to trade Kevin Shattenkirk, you can for forward help. Or goalie help, who knows. Speaking of teams that had a good run but looked like they're in a good position for the future, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Jonathan Drouin went from a guy who could barely crack an NHL lineup to the AHL to sitting and sulking to looking like I don't even know what. He was going to be a complete bust to one of the most integral parts of Tampa's run. They were within a win. They were within a goal of the Stanley Cup final. Steven Stamkos didn't play until Game 7. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Leaf fan, but they look like they'll be fine without him. And they've got 9 picks. How do you pull that off? How do you have such a deep run and not just have all of your own picks, but someone else's too? The Lightning are going to pick 3 times in the first 2 rounds of the upcoming draft. How do you pull that off? But for all the good work they did, all the overcoming injuries they did, all the talent in their lineup, they couldn't match the talent of the Pittsburgh Penguins. If you're the Lightning, you gotta go into that series thinking, alright, maybe I got a chance. Maybe because Marc-Andre Fleury is out, we can win. But then Matt Murray steps up to the plate and he's amazing. And when Matt Murray's playing amazing, now you gotta worry about Sidney Crosby. You gotta worry about Evgeny Malkin, Phil the Thrill Kessel, even Chris Letang. Chris Letang is one of the best defensemen in the... I forgot about the Sharks. I just noticed this Chris Letang figure has 2 right hands. But anyway, the Sharks. Alright, you get no Canadian teams in the playoffs. Oh, who's gonna watch now? Oh, you got a Californian team in the final. Who's gonna watch now? Pretty much half of the San Jose Sharks either has, does, or will play for Team Canada. Not to mention Captain America Joe Pavelski. Joe Thornton in the Stanley Cup final right now might be the closest thing we've had to a Ray Bourque moment since Ray Bourque. Oh, Boston, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. No, why do you keep doing that? This guy's young and a top 10 pick. Better trade him. Which guy is Steve referring to? A lot! And like it or not, you're gonna watch because of Sidney Crosby. You don't even have to be a Sidney Crosby fan. You could be a hockey fan. You could even not be a hockey fan. If you want to watch hockey for the first time, you should watch Sidney Crosby. If you like him, you should watch Sidney Crosby. If you hate his guts, oh, you should watch Sidney Crosby. Not to mention, these 2 teams are just full of players who would love to shut people up. How about Joe Thornton? How about Patrick Marleau? We're talking about 2 guys who were stripped of the captaincy of the team they are currently on. Oh, they can never get it done in the playoffs? Well, here they are getting it done. Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin can't get it done in the playoffs. They've done it before. They've done it before. They're here again. Who here, who watching this has not pictured Phil Kessel just eating hot dogs out of the Stanley Cup? And who here has not pictured either Nick Spaulding or Roman Polak handing the cup to James Reimer? I can't. I'm sorry. And you know it'll be them passing to him and not the other way around because he'll insist on going last so everyone gets their turn first because he loves sharing and love and just... I mean, he's probably not looking to shut people up because he thinks shut up is a swear word. But who's not into this? Thornton, Marleau, Pavelski, Burns, Crosby, Malkin, Letang, Jones, Murray, Reimer or Fleury, Couture, Vlasic, Donskoy, HBK! And not to mention, oh yeah, Oh yeah, buddy, guess who's going to game 1? Hope you guys are ready, I'm coming downtown. And more importantly, so are the Sharks and Penguins. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video, click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends, let me know who you think is going to win the 2016 Stanley Cup. Also let me know if you're going to be in Pittsburgh. Hit me up on Twitter and we'll talk. And holy smokes! Stanley Cup final! And I'm going! My first ever Stanley Cup playoff game because I got sick of waiting!